I left home to live 3,500 miles away to work, and I can say it was worth it. All right. Now, this is a topic that I feel like it is something that a lot of people are considering to, live elsewhere from home and live in cheaper countries because of the cost of living. A lot of these Western countries, like the UK or wherever it may be, things are getting expensive now, okay? And I can understand why you'd want to live somewhere else and work. And I was lucky enough to do so last year, 2024. I lived in Dubai. And I was back and forth, but I was mostly in Dubai. And one thing I kind of struggled with was living away from home. Yeah, living away from my family because I am, a bit of a family guy, no pun intended, but I like to spend time with my family. Yeah, my parents, my sister. I've got a lot of cousins and their kids. I like to spend time with my family. Yeah. And I never wanted to be someone who kind of, in the hopes of chasing success, just abandoned things that really matter to me, like family and, these kind of important things. But sometimes in life, there is going to be a trade off for things that you want. And living far away last year was one of those things. Now, I got a friend that I met last year, Chris. Shout out Chris, yeah. And I saw on his Instagram story, he posted something, and I thought, you know what, it had me thinking. He has been basically living up digital nomad life. He is from London, but he was living in Bali for a little bit. Then I met him in Dubai. Then he was in New York. Then Brazil, Colombia. He's been all over the place. Now, right now, I think he's in Barcelona, living the life here, doing sick things. And he said something about, for those of you who are wondering what it's like to, or if it's worth it to live far away from parents or family, trust me, it only strengthens your relationship. And there's a picture of him and his mum, because obviously I think he must have gone back to London or whatever, and him and his mum were very close. And it made me think, like, you know what? I hear it, because when I was at home all the time, my family, don't get twisted, we're all happy, but they can get quite used to you, innit? Like, they see you every day, it's calm. And I'm always one to be like, yo, let's not wait till someone dies for us to start treating each other nicer or with a bit more respect, or, let's just treat every day like it's our last day. Let's just, like, if someone leaves the house, never leave the house on bad terms with any family member. Like, never argue with anyone, because what happens if they die? And then what? You're going to be pissed that you never even, that you left on bad terms. Always, always, always leave on good terms with everyone. And, bro, my memory is so bad. I can't remember anything I'm talking about. But, yeah, no. When I was there, that's what I was saying. So, when I came back from Dubai to the UK, I think there was a time where I hadn't been back to the UK for about, like, a long time. It was a long time, maybe like 5 months or something like that. And when my parents picked me up at the airport, my mum was crying. She was like, "Ugh, bro, she just missed me, innit?" And the love, I hear it. The relationship had strengthened because she valued, and I valued as well. We valued each other more because we didn't spend as much time with each other. And for someone in my situation who didn't go to university, I was basically working from home for a long time. I actually spent a lot of time with my parents and just being at home in general. So, someone who spent a lot of time, bro, I know I'm filming a video and there's no edits, but my mouth, I need some water. Someone who spent a lot of time at home, I spent a lot of time with my parents. So when I was living out, it was like, for me, I actually did the time with my parents. So if I am away for a little bit, they had enough of me. Like, they got plenty of me. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy, the old me would never post a video unedited with me drinking water in between, but it's all about doing, yeah? I've been posting every single day for like a week. I don't think I've ever done this on my YouTube career. And also, my throat sounds a bit mad. But we're going to keep pushing on, okay? So, yeah, I didn't notice the relationship had strengthened when I had went away. So that is one thing you can consider when moving away. Now, another thing I would say is, as a man, so this is building from, I'm 25 now. I'm actual uncle. Like, do I look 25? Honestly, let me know, yeah? But anyways, a man in his 20s should live out, yeah? When you're at this stage, as a young man, it could be women as well, but that's a different topic. But as a young guy, living out, I know it's expensive. I understand that completely. I'm not being oblivious and just saying, yo, live out. I get it. It's not easy for everyone. I couldn't even do it. I was blessed in the way I was able to move out. I was able to because I had a place paid for and everything. But if you can, it's definitely worth something doing because it's very eye-opening. When you're stuck in your hometown, you can be your growth can be stagnated. Yeah, you will be traveling. People always talk about your travel opens your eyes to what the world really like. It's very true. It really does show you what life is like. Like when I went to Pakistan, I saw how cheap everything was there, and it showed me that the UK is actually, we like to complain about the UK and London because of the crime rate and everything's expensive. But still, when I saw people were living in these other countries, it made me think like, damn, I'm quite grateful to be in the UK. Another thing is every time I'd be getting in taxis and Ubers in Dubai, a lot of the Pakistani, Bangladeshi, Indian, South Asian taxi drivers, when they noticed and when they found out that I was British, they would always ask me like, oh, like, what's the visa situation? Do you know how much visas cost? Can you get a visa? And I'd be thinking to myself like, damn, I didn't realize like how valuable. I mean, I guess you know how important having a British passport and a British visa is or whatever, but it just made me deeper. Like these guys really be fighting their whole lives to. Damn, who slammed the door like that? But yeah, people really be struggling to get a British visa, and I just happened to be born in London. What are the chances of that? Can you imagine? I mean, a lot of people, if you're born from London, you don't really deep these things. But imagine being born in a city like this. Like, bro, a lottery ticket of life is crazy. That's why you got to do something with where you're born. But yeah, definitely, if you can live out, meeting people, being at home all the time, you're just gonna see the same things all the time. Your eyes won't be open. Like I was open, my eyes were open to so many things. Not only my eyes, but my mind was open to so many money making opportunities and seeing how other people operate. It teaches you so many things about life. And if you can, you definitely should consider it. And for me, my opportunity to live elsewhere happened to be Dubai. Yeah. Now there's not many places in the world that are better than London in terms of like obviously London is it's not the greatest city, but London is up there, top 5, yeah? And there's not many cities that is worth leaving London to go somewhere else in terms of opportunities. But Dubai is one of them, yeah? And I was very, very lucky for Dubai to be the place for me to go. I was going to say country. Dubai is not a country. It's an emirate inside the UAE. But yeah, the opportunity cost of me leaving family to go to Dubai was definitely worth it. And at first, I wasn't too fussed about Dubai. I never really cared for Dubai. But when I went there, my mind was shifted completely. I saw this, bro, sunny days all the time. I saw palm trees. I saw tall buildings. I saw beaches. I saw people who were on networking and stuff like that. And yeah, my mind was completely, my head did a 180 completely. I was like, damn, I love this place. And it was worth it, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if you're leaving the UK or leaving your country, wherever you are, to go to a worse country, it's still eye-opening because it can tell you what you can appreciate about your own country and yeah, things like that. But yeah, in my situation, going to Dubai, definitely, it was worth it. And another thing as well that we don't forget, yeah, bro, if you live far out, yeah, if you live far away, technology exists, bro. Like you could just FaceTime people, WhatsApp, video call. Like back in the day when people would be traveling countries and traveling thousands and thousands of miles away for war or whatever it might have been for work, bro. These guys back in the day were writing letters and sending pigeons to each other. Yeah, we can just FaceTime each other. Like every day, I would call my family group chat, and we'd all be in different locations sometimes, but we could all just chat every single day. And the love was there. We would just appreciate each other more. And yeah, you could just FaceTime each other. Like obviously, it's not the same, but it's not like you could never speak to them. And plus, with social media, everyone was seeing what I was doing on Instagram and Snapchat or whatever because I was posting all the time. And if anything, people were more invested in my life than they were when I was in the UK. People were seeing what I was doing because I was posting more. I felt obliged to post more because I was living away. Obviously, I'm a content creator, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, when I was posting more, people were like, I don't know. I felt like in some way I might have been closer with some people when I was in Dubai than when I was in the UK. So yeah. And another final point I would say is that the whole point of going to another place, for work in most situations, is to make enough money. Make a lot of money. The opportunity, the cost of going there, or I should say, you should be going there to make money, and your goal should be to make enough money so that if you are living somewhere else, like actually living somewhere else, not just for work, but you're living somewhere else, the whole point is that you can make enough money that going back doesn't even cost you anything. Yeah, the whole point is to make enough money so that an airplane ticket feels the same like a bus fare, basically. Yeah, if you're making enough money that let's just say a £600 ticket to Dubai and back feels like a £3 ticket because you've got that much money, then you made it, basically. Do you know what I mean? You're able to travel back and forth and it doesn't really affect you. You can live somewhere like Dubai, and if you ever want to go back to see your family, then you could just pop over to the UK, buy a quick ticket, and go to places like Dubai or wherever it may be to make your money, and just fly back and forth. But yeah, I would just say, for me, it was definitely worth it. But what I will say though is at the end of last year in Dubai, I my work basically kind of mutually came to an end, like not fully, but I wanted to come back to the UK, yeah. And at first it was just going to be temporary, but things changed a little bit and it ended up being in the UK. But I do want to go back to Dubai soon. This is just a bit of a personal one. I do want to go back to Dubai soon, but I uh my sister, yeah, she's got 3 kids, alhamdulillah, yeah, and she's staying with us at the moment. And every day I get to work, I'm doing what I'm doing, and then I can see my parents and my sister and her kids. Like it's a very very big blessing. Like Allah Mubarak is such a sick thing that I'm able to do. But I can work, I can be locked in, and I can go downstairs and see these kids. They're very young, you know, 4 years old, 2 years old, 1 years old. Like when I was away, I didn't get to see them growing up. I just got to see them on FaceTime, and now I can see them every single day, and that is something that money cannot buy. Okay, so that's just a little bit of food for thought. So do with that information what you want to do with that information. But this is my personal experience of living really far away, and is it worth it? I think conclude like if I was to come with a conclusion, I'd think definitely it's worth it. And you're living if you're in your 20s right now, you can mess up like 8 years of your life and just restart. And that's not just for your 20s. You can do that any time, but 20s is such an amazing time to take risks because you haven't got as many priorities or whatnot. No marriage in most cases, no kids. You know, you can get away with living at home in some cases. Not everyone can do that, but take risks, man. Mess up. Go fly to another country. Live there for a little bit. If you're living in the UK and you think things are expensive, bro, you can get a really nice apartment in Thailand, yeah, for like, bro, like £200 for the whole month. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Get a flight there, live there, cheap out for a little bit, lock in, get a few friends who are also locked in, which isn't an easy thing to do, but you can do it. And yeah, man, do that for a bit, save some cost, save some money, and you never know, it would open your eyes and open your mind to so many things that you never even knew existed. So yeah, that's what I would say, and let me know your thoughts as well, okay? But anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.